So I'm Bridie Brows, which everyone seems to think is like the catchiest name ever. So yeah, I do eyebrows. I work within a salon space. I do all sorts of eyebrow treatments. I do microblading, which is like a semi-permanent treatment, which I find is like the most popular treatment at the minute. I am self-employed. I've been in the business now for about 4 years and I've still got loads more to learn. Oh wow, that's just like the biggest thing. I always said that answering messages was honestly like a whole other job. Like I'd get home from work and then just sit and answer messages. You'd go back and forth until someone answered to say they could have the appointment, and then by the time they'd said yes, someone else had took it, and that was just one of the worst parts of it. That I do love my job, but that was something absolutely not enjoyable. So it saved literally all the time in the world. There's not really anything I have to do regarding booking. I can allow clients to book patch tests. Like I said, forms and everything are automatic. I just really have access to everything. It's super organised and I can do what I want when I want on the app. I can send out like emails or messages to multiple clients at once, so that's a massive time saver. So yeah, absolutely massively helped in that department. I mean, it was never something that I've sort of always wanted to do. I've definitely just fell into it. I used to work as a receptionist in a like specific brow salon. It was like one of the first brow salons, maybe the first in Sheffield. It was solely just for brows, called the Brow Lounge. I started working there just as a receptionist. All the other girls did brows, and I think I was only young, I was 18, so watching people do it all day, it was almost inevitable. It was like it was contagious. I just wanted to do it. But I was employed there. I started my training there. I just sort of did it on a whim. I thought, why not? I'll just give it a try. And then after doing brows there, being employed for about a year, that's when I went self-employed, and that's when I started my own Instagram. I think that was the first step, getting an Instagram, getting busy promoting myself, and it just grew from there really. In the next few years I want to sort of go from a clientele point of view to more of an academy. So I've got all my teaching qualifications now. So I want to start, instead of being like one-to-one client base, I'd like to do one-to-one teaching, I'd like to do class teaching. I definitely still want to keep the sense of having clients because that's just what I love, and I can't ever imagine not doing that. But I'd like to have a little team. I've actually started to train someone up who can start taking on my clients. And then when I start teaching, I'd like to sort of have days where I teach, days where I do clients. Microblading, like I said, is one of my busiest treatments and definitely something that's growing. So I think I'd like to focus a lot more on that and sort of just split my time evenly between the things. But definitely I'd like to have my own place and have sort of an academy of teaching and doing clients and a bit of everything really. There's so many things. In terms of like random little things that Booksy has that I love, one thing is, like I said, when COVID started, you can sort of send a message to your client to say that you're ready. So I know when you do have a busy salon in COVID, you don't want everyone sort of in the waiting area. So if you're running early or you're running late and people are outside waiting, you can just send them a quick message to say that you're ready and they come in. I really like that. The actual thing that made me get Booksy over my old booking system, you can fill out your own custom forms, and with microblading it's such a serious sort of treatment. It's like a semi-permanent tattoo, so obviously everything's very health and safety regulated. So I do have quite a lot of relevant documents that I have to assign to different clients, and by having all that on Booksy, it means that everything's organised. It means that I can make sure everything's done beforehand, things can be sent out to customers, everything is assigned to the relevant client. It's really professional, and that was one of the main reasons that I didn't find a lot of other booking systems had. And it's just little things like that that I think sets Booksy aside from a lot of other things. It's got pretty much everything. It's like its own little social media. You can have pictures, you can have your own profile. It's very personal. Easy because there's such a big team at Booksy that there's nothing that they can't do for you really. I pretty much didn't do anything. I sort of extracted some data from my old booking system, sent it to someone else, and they did absolutely everything. yeah, it was really, really easy. I think they just told me the certain things I needed. They inputted all my client data. I had someone physically come into the salon who showed me exactly how to use the app. There wasn't really anything I didn't know how to do because she'd explained it thoroughly. And you are assigned like a Booksy professional who you can just go to for absolutely anything. So the transition, there was definitely things that was like, how do I do this, how do I do that, but there's just someone at hand straight away to ask them questions, and then it's easily explained. So I have a book now button on my Instagram profile which takes you straight to Booksy. I have a link on my website which takes you straight to Booksy. If people do message me, which does sometimes still tend to happen, especially with microblading, that's something I like to book in myself. It is flexible, I can book it myself or they can do it. And as soon as I make a client profile, I can just send them an instant invite via email or text. They can download the app and they do it all themselves. I make it very clear on like my social media that is how you book, and even if I do get messages, I still encourage them to do it through Booksy. They have that profile, they get like notifications from the app, they get the forms to fill in, they get text reminders. If they have everything in the app, they can do everything, they can change their appointment, cancel it, move it, everything like that. So I really just advertise it everywhere I can and encourage book through Booksy, and a lot of people already even have it because there's so many other places and things that you can book on there. Some people already even have it anyway. For someone that's starting, I think Booksy is probably the best place to be, purely because, like I said, some people already have the app. Like, I have so many clients who a classic is like they book their son's haircut on there. That seems to be what literally everyone says. A lot of barbers use it. So you can be scrolling through Booksy like you would scroll through Instagram, and if you're in the local area, then your business will come up on their profile. So if that's not one of the biggest reasons to get Booksy when you're starting up, then I don't know what is, because if you're rubbish with Instagram, like I know some people are, if you're not very good with social media, then that is its own platform to attract customers. It's easy, it's organised, it's professional. I think nowadays there's so many people self-employed with small businesses, you've really got to have something to make you stand out, and having a really organised professional booking system is definitely the best first step.